So that's about broad expectations from President Trump's India visit. And now a DD exclusive. Nisha Biswal, President US-India Business Council, is joining us from Washington now. Ms. Biswal, welcome to DD India. On the trade front, expectations of a mini trade deal have been tempered already, with Donald Trump saying that he wants to save a big trade deal for later. Having said that, what can both sides expect in terms of any deliverables on trade?
Well, I think the president's visit comes at a very important time. We've certainly seen that the U.S.-India strategic relationship has continued to grow and deepen in successive administrations, including under the leadership of President Trump and Prime Minister Modi. But where we see a need for greater focus and attention is really on the economic and trade relationship. Now, it's important to remember that the U.S.-India trade relationship has seen tremendous progress from where it started, in the beginning of the relationship, where the trade was really non-existent. I mean, the U.S.-India Business Council is celebrating its 45th anniversary this year, and in those 45 years, we've seen that economic and trade relationship really grow and deepen to where it is today, which is $160 billion in two-way trade and investment. Nonetheless, there are things that both governments could and should do to try to deepen that trade and investment in both directions. And I think for the president's visit, I hope that there is a conversation between him and the prime minister on ways in which we can see more convergence in our trade policies and how we can facilitate greater trade and investment in each other's economies.
What are the concessions that the U.S. side is willing to give India as these negotiations take place?
Well, for the United States and for U.S. industry, I think that they would like to see India continue that path towards liberalizing more and more sectors on FDI, including we would hope to see in the near future FDI liberalization in the insurance sector. There have been a number of issues over the past 12 months where the U.S. and India have tried to achieve some resolution, including on medical devices and trying to find a way around the price control policy so that American companies can continue to bring innovative products into the Indian market. We certainly want to see also that U.S. investment is treated on par with domestic investment so that there's a level playing field in sectors like e-commerce. I know India has just introduced its PDP bill on privacy and data protection. I think that there's a big interest in wanting to harmonize our approaches between the U.S. and India on data protection and privacy. So these are all areas that I think could go a long ways towards building investor confidence and supporting greater investment into India.
So those are really the points of convergences that both sides can really work on going forward. But what are the concessions that India is willing to make in these trade negotiations? And do we see United States enthusiastic about India's approach on that?
On the U.S. side, I think India would like to see that the United States support the needs of Indian companies that are investing in the United States, particularly also around issues of H-1B and high-skilled immigrant visas. India, I think, has sought to find exemptions on the steel and aluminum tariffs. And India also, of course, would like to see a restoration of GSP preferences from the United States. So there are things that both sides can do to support and facilitate a more robust trade relationship.
Fair enough. Thank you, Ms. Biswal, for having joined us with your exclusive inputs on the India-US trade relationship.